men should pay 100% of a girl's maintenance.
Okay, cool. So you feel that we should pay 100%?
Yes.
What do we get in return for that? What's the equivalent, wait, what's the equivalent to the 100% that I'm getting, giving you all my bread? What's the equivalent I'm getting?
Do you know what's so crazy, yeah? When you lot are going down there, you expect it to be hairless, you understand? When you lot are all asking for back scratches, you're expecting acrylics. When you're stepping out and you're gonna be around your friends, you expect your girl to be 10-10, but you don't wanna contribute.
I never said, this is what I'm saying. You're comparing me with everyone. I never said we can't contribute. I said, what's the equivalent of, I'm giving you 100% of everything
You get pussy.
So that's the equivalent to you.
100%.
Pussy.
Pussy.
If I could go pay that to a woman in Thailand or Amsterdam or
he
something.
needs a brothel. You've been in here too long and it's okay.
You can't say, oh, maintenance, the equivalent of that is pussy, because then that's the same as a prostitute, no?
As a man, yeah, you should want to look after your
100%.
woman. Why is everything tit for tat nowadays?
It's not tit for tat.
Why is it, if I'm paying for your nails, then you got to pay for my trim. If I'm paying for your hair, then you got to pay for my petrol. Be a man! Stand up!
You ain't got to pay for that, no. But
you make me sick.
So what does a woman bring to the table then? If I'm making sure you look sweet, you think giving me pussy is enough? Huh? Wait, let me go.
So what more do you want?
I think in your head you think men are just men, there's more feelings than nothing. Behind all the exterior, you know there's a man that wants to be loved and wants more than just pussy.
These videos together, so you got a guy talking about the Maosphere, how it became, and then you had another guy who was interviewing a woman talking about, you know, what did she bring to the table, you know, and she finally answered it honestly, right? And they know it's embarrassing. They know the shit is embarrassing, right? So I'm gonna start off with the female who was being asked about what she brings to the table. Why should a guy pay for her nails and pay for all of this, and if he gonna pay for her nails when they first meet, he gonna do all of this and pay for her Brazilian wax down there. I presume they was talking about what did he get out the deal, and she started saying, "Oh, the cuticles for you to scratch my back," and "Oh, you don't want no hair down there," and they got to the meeting. But oh, you get pussy, and at the end of the day, women have devalued pussy. On two ends of the spectrum. Take this out how they devalue coochie, right? They devalue coochie from the side of making it so accessible. Now they saying that, you know, they leading with the coochie because, oh, I don't want to be with a guy who can't make me get off and all that. And you got to remember, it wasn't meant for you to have all these different salamis around and have these sexual experiences. When you have all these sexual experience or exposure, even for young men to sex, especially like porn, you know, it starts to play with your brain. Now you need this to be stimulated. Now you need that to be stimulated. It get worse and worse. Even through porn, your physical taste in sex can get more sicker and sicker, right? Even if you never experienced that before. And then on the other side of it, making it more valuable, they made it to some guys. Most guys then found out, which I'm gonna get to the point of what he said in his video about the next part about what the red pill did with the, women basically woke up the red or created the red pill. What the other side of it did was it let guys know that women charge guys a vagina tax, or you don't even get the vagina tax. You got to take her out to dinner and be the emotional support animal, and she gonna give it to a guy that's a terrible person. Once guys found that out, it was like, what? But in general, women just need to come out and stop labeling themselves as women or females. They're prostitutes. Because when they dealt with Tyrone or Pookie or Chad, they ain't do nothing for them but come over there and DoorDash some dick. That's it. They couldn't fix their water heater, ain't fix their leaky faucet, ain't did nothing but take shit out the refrigerator. These Pookies and Tyrone be stealing out their purse. They take losses dealing with them other than getting orgasms. So, and it be the most mid women talking like this because they want to compete with the top women. The top women don't have to go out here and to the mountaintop and say this because they already got the game. Really, the top women don't sell the game online. They don't. They don't sell the game online. Some of them top women, they look like these mid women, but they got themselves in shape. They got their body done. You know what I'm saying? You know, and they shut the hell up. Remember, it was that story coming out of China or out of Asia where the guy found out his wife had all this body work done and the child came out looking funny and he didn't know, so he wanted a divorce and he sued the bitch. You feel me? So yeah, so a lot of them already, they about to tell these women the game, bro. But if most of these women just understand being ladylike, you ain't gotta beg, bro. When a guy like you, he gonna do it for you. He gonna see that being done. Oh, man, you need your tires ball. You need some tires. Let me take you and get some tires. You know what I'm saying? He gonna do that shit for you. He gonna do that shit for you. That's a fact. He gonna do that shit for you. He gonna do it for you. He gonna do it for you. So all this begging, when women beg like that, that mean they ain't got a guy to do it for them. Free game. They don't have a guy to do it for them. When they gotta beg and scream about what men ain't doing, guys ain't doing it for them. And unfortunately, most of these women, going back to one of my first points I made in this video, unfortunately, they still giving up the Virginia, even though the guys ain't doing the shit they need to be doing for them. They still fucking these guys. You hear these videos of these women online talking about, yeah, you know, I called 4 different ninjas on my phone and none of them got beard, butter in my beard. And none of them came and helped me do this and I'm stranded doing, none of them came. And guess what? They still gonna fuck them niggas. You know what I'm saying? But getting to the other clip of it.
Where are the providers? Where are the providers? Because I'm not feeling like I'm getting provided for.
I'm gonna tell you what happened to the providers. This is what happened. It happened so fast. All right, the pandemic hit, right? Everybody they had a lot of time to get online and start talking. So what the ladies did, they got on here and they started telling the business for a bag because, you know, everybody loves shock value. So they started talking about the roster. They started talking about how this is bare minimum, how as you should, doing all this and that.
But let me get the door for you.
As you should.
What?
As you should.
No, thank you.
Thank you for what?
And then, so all the red pill dudes, they came and started dropping the information. They was like, hey, we told y'all they was on this. Y'all didn't want to listen. Y'all was believing in the Disney story.
They don't want you to know this information. Why? Because when men have power and knowledge, they can't get finesse. When you can't get finesse, guess what happens? You don't spend money on bitches that don't deserve it.
So all the dudes, we woke up, we started putting 2 and 2 together because we was like, dang, my ex, she left me after I did everything for her, but she was always talking about this dude that was a bum. He never paid for nothing. And the only thing he probably was providing was dead. He probably was King Dingaling, to be honest. But we realized that if she really rock with you, you don't got to provide nothing but trauma. And did. Girthy did.
You know, where the guy, you know, get into the other clip of it, where the man is talking about, you know, pretty much how did the red pill come. And a lot of it, you know, really did happen during the pandemic. Guys got creative. Kevin Samuels really blew up in the pandemic and shit. But that's all it is. Women start to monetize, women start to monetize and tell the game online. The difference is, I say this all the time, the difference is when women tell the game online, when women tell they tricks, men listen. That's the biggest difference. Women too busy talking and too busy not listening to what men say. A lot of them women who said what she said wanted to get that out of men, if they just listen to what men say on the internet or just in general, the men around them, it's pretty much the same message. Guess what? They get what they want. That's a motherfucking fact. A lot of these women get what they want all day and 2 times on the weekend. But he right. A lot of guys, I had, homies that, oh man, this is her, or this how women really move. And you don't believe it, because a lot of dudes was raised by their mothers, and a lot of dudes don't, or listen to their mother, and a lot of dudes don't believe how women really moving like that. And, dudes that was good with women who understood that, they would tell dudes that all the time. Like, dog, she this, she that, she did this. And you like, damn, she did all that for you. She wouldn't do that for me. And when women during the pandemic needed some money and they didn't want to go to work and, you know, and all that stuff, and guys started saying stuff and women started telling the game out there, we had a fool guy. I got a guy that come over that just dropped the dick, DoorDash the dick off, and he don't do nothing. I don't really like him. I don't respect him, but I sleep with him. And when dudes start hearing that, a lot of dudes, you can just go to my comment section and I'm giving up and this just don't make no sense. And guys listen to that and they moved accordingly. They moved accordingly. Guys heard all the women saying all that shit and guys just moved accordingly. Guys listened and they knew it. I tell the story all the time. My barber, man, when my barbers used to cut my hair, he said that the woman, when I had a guy take her out to dinner, he dropped her off back at the crib. She didn't go into the crib. She got out of his car and got into my boy truck with the extra food she got from the dinner. He said, I know he had to see me. I know, you know, and dudes already know that. It hurt. It hurt. It hurt. It hurt. So many dudes took the very same L's that you taking with women or you taking in life, and you think you a one-off. But in general, you're not a one-off. That's why, you know, when you kind of talk to a group of men, I've been talking to the dudes at the gym where we in the sauna and we had those conversations. A lot of dudes go through the same thing. So when you see on the internet, it's just dudes saying, hey, I went through that. You went through this? I went through that. Damn, me too, bro. Like, damn, you know, she did that. Damn, you ain't the only one. And you find out like, damn, you know, it go down like that. But the red pill, it basically stamped what we already knew. But hey, appreciate y'all. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Peace.